All right, today we are going to talk about how to create, my dog is going crazy over here, how to create something made out of recycled papers. So these are two examples of magazine vases. And these are pretty awesome. They're sturdy. You can store things in them. Obviously, like you can't put water in them, but you could definitely use it for pencils or anything that you wanted. You can also see there's some variety in the shape that you make. So you can, like this one goes out and then back in. And that's something that you can definitely do too. Okay, so to do this, there's different supplies that you can use. You're going to need paper. So I'm going to use a magazine. I randomly have a wedding magazine. Don't ask me why, but I do. And that's what I'm going to use today. Looking things that you get in your mail. Like I get this from the college I went to. It's like a newsletter. After you decide what things you're going to do with the Parks and Rec, you could use that. Everyone in the city of Gahanna got one of those. Something else you can use that looks really cool is wrapping paper. And I know these aren't like Christmassy, these are just like plain, but even if it was like a holiday type of wrapping paper, you can't really see the individual like designs on it. So you would really only see the color. So that could actually be really cool. You wouldn't necessarily know that it was holiday wrapping paper. Okay, some other things that you're going to need besides the magazine is I am using a glue stick and I'm using liquid glue. Now, you could use hot glue and it will actually work better and faster and come together easier. And I think there in your house, a lot of you guys probably have hot glue guns and hot glue sticks. So you can do that. You could use tape. You could use like I have packing tape right here. So you could use something like that when you're putting together like the individual coils is what we'll call these that you're going to make. But you need glue. Like you need glue to basically make those. So let's get started with what you're going to do. So you got your magazine. The first page typically is it's too thick of a page to use. So typically you have to start after that. And what you're going to do is just start tearing the pages out, one right after another. Don't look for any kind of like specific color or anything like that. And you're just going to rip them out. I recommend starting with like 50, to be honest with you. You need a lot to get started. Okay, and then once you've done that, you're going to take your magazine page, and this is just a tip. So this is how I do it. If I've got two sides, when I look at this, I see this as mostly white, and then I see the color on this side. So I would probably fold it so that this side is out. That being said, you might be designing it where it's white. Maybe you wanted to make like stripes and you wanted to have like color then white and color then white. So you could definitely do that. Okay, so I always take the rough edge first, but to be honest, if you forget and you end on the rough edge, it doesn't matter. But you're gonna fold, and I do about an inch. I don't measure it or make it perfect. I just kind of eyeball it every time. And I just roll or fold it up. Okay, so I just keep folding it one over the other. And then this is where I use a glue stick. This is where you could use tape to hold that in place if you wanted, or you could use liquid glue. So whatever you have, you could use hot glue for that too, to be honest with you. Okay. And once again, about an inch, approximately, just folding it every time. Like that. Then I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to do a stripe like that. Okay. So I'm going to make a bunch of these. Approximately, I would say 50. Like I said, to get started. So there's some more that I've already got made. Okay. These came out of an American Girl magazine of my daughter. So it's really funny because you randomly see faces and eyes on these. But maybe if I put that towards the top, that would just be kind of funny if it was poking out. Okay. So once you have enough to get started, basically what you're going to do is you're going to make this. That is the base. Okay. So we're going to start with that before you can start making the walls to build it up. So what you have to do is start with one, and they get kind of weird if you don't like kind of soften the edge. You can take it on the edge of the table like this. That's one thing that will work, or you could just go between your fingers and kind of soften that edge like that. It will roll a lot better.